All the homes of my family and friends reduced to ash and rubble. The hurricane that barged its way into our small town has killed many and destroyed the homes of 95% of the whole town, later including my own home. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have family and it's my responsibility to look out for them and make sure that they're all okay, but I'm not sure I can do that anymore after what's happened. My name is John. I'm 31 years old and live with my family in a small northern town in Canada. My beautiful wife Helena and 2 kids, John Jr. and Stacy, my little princess. I have a very normal life until this happens. I doubt I will ever be the same again, neither will us all. I worked as head of small loans at my local bank and have done that for 22 years, and my wife is a primary school English teacher and we both love our jobs and had a very nice little home in the centre of town. We were known around the town as being respected and upstanding members of the community, and I'm saying this because as I write this we're being ignored and shut out from the rest of the town, thinking that I am crazy because I found the Stormchasers diary. This diary I found when walking through the debris of my friend's property. I found it sticking out of the ground and was a little creeped out by it. Very old looking leather and had a lock on it. I thought it was strange to have a lock on a book, but I took it home, not showing it to my friend just out of sheer curiosity. I got it home and pried it open to reveal a front page written in a weird brown ink saying, "This is the diary of the Stormchaser. If you are not he and you are reading this, then it's already too late for you." This really freaked me out, but I had to know what was in the book, so I turned on. Big mistake. It started as all diaries do. Page 1 read, Day 1, April 5th, 2016. I don't like this place. It reeks of modern conveniences and drives people away from one another. Things were much simpler when I was a boy. The storm is falling in nicely and I can't wait to see what she does. I was feeling really anxious at this point without even looking over the book to answer Helena calling me for dinner. I flipped the next page to read, Day 2. I can't believe I've come this far just for that. I will call its mother in today and it should be upon this little town in the next few days. She will cleanse these people and I will laugh as she does. I was so freaked out at this point I didn't even see Helena looking over my shoulder, and she startled me when she asked what I was looking at, and I said it was nothing and what's for dinner. She waddled off into the dining room and I set the book on my armchair I was sitting on. At this point the storm was bad, but it only hit the lower side of the town and didn't come up to our side, the north side. It was gone and we thought that that was it, and I was starting to get a feeling that we should leave, and I told Helena this, that I think a second storm might be coming, and she asked how I would know that, to which I was just silent. I couldn't really say I read the book, she would think I was mad, so I just said, I have a feeling we need to get out of here. She said no and we carried on eating. This is our family's home and the news said it's gone and that they can't see any more hurricanes coming soon, so just relax and eat, John. This didn't satisfy me as we ate in silence. After dinner I sat back down to read the book, but instead I scrolled through the pages to see how many days this guy had filled out. To my surprise it was only 4 days, so I started to read day 3. Day 3. The storm is coming and she is beautiful. This will do the trick. Father would be so proud of me for doing my duty like this, and I can't wait to report this to him when I get home. I miss Mother and my horse. Even the castle with its cold halls and hollow interior calls to me through the ages. I thought this guy was mad. Is he really saying he's from the past? A castle? He has no reason to lie because nobody else was supposed to read this. Maybe he's just crazy. I've always been very much a believer in the afterlife and the possibilities of paranormal events and such, so I had no trouble believing it, or at least suspecting that this guy was from the past. It made no sense how or why he would lie in his own diary, but I read on to day 4. Day 4, 2 days. That's how long it's going to take before my work here is done. The last entry was short, very short. I started to get nervous as today was the 7th of April, so according to this the 9th is when the big storm comes. I went to bed and couldn't get a wink of sleep until I was jolted by the sound of my alarm clock going off at my normal time of 7 AM. For some reason I went straight to the diary and opened it to almost choke on a gasp when I saw Day 5. I know you're reading this, strange man, and you know you shouldn't be. I am more powerful than you think, and you will see just how powerful tomorrow. I threw the book on the fire and poked it with the poker, just trying to get rid of it as fast as I possibly could, but it wouldn't burn no matter what I did. I tried to rip the pages out, but I couldn't no matter what I did. I watched the blank page the next morning turn into a Day 6. So, today's the day. Here it comes, John. Are you and your family ready? You better be, because it's not going to stop. Even if you're reading this, it's already too late to leave town. It's on its way now. It's too late for you. As I read this, I started hearing the vague sound of gushing wind, and when I looked out my window, I started howling to the kids and my wife to get down, as they did. My daughter and wife screamed at the same time, with my son just standing there crying. We were looking at the biggest hurricane I've ever seen, heading straight for the town from the forest from the north. Trees flying everywhere and wildlife not standing a chance, flying through the air. A sole tear streamed down my face as I realised that this is the end of our family. I'm writing this in the diary in hopes that someone somewhere will find this and know exactly what happened here. It's getting closer now, and I can't hear the sound of my family crying anymore over the sound of the wind. Goodbye, at least we died together. And if you're reading this and you've already read what's before this, I'm afraid it's too late for you. I'm sorry. There was 4 children and 2 adults. They were very clearly homeless, or at least squatting. From the look of them and the smell of them. They were filthy and wearing rags covering their whole body, with different shades of brown covering their faces and body, but some of their hair was clearly visible, and I knew they probably didn't even know what a shower was. At that moment